Hey guys, welcome back to Prison Architect, and I've figured out why the guy here and all the construction work wasn't being completed. It was because there was like a very tiny fire going on in the cell. I think at some point it got bugged out, and I had to reload the save and then load it back up, and then I noticed there was this one tiny little fire in the cell, so I had to call in the fire marshals again and then have them extinguish this. And then after that, they took the guy out, they rebuilt everything. Took some time to do it, but we've actually got done. So now in day 103, we're gonna continue on compartmentalizing everything else. So far we've only done it for maximum security, but we do have to do it for normal security if we ever want to shake down the entire prison cell without pissing everybody off. So let's get started right now. I've already got a bit of it started by separating the common rooms and I believe the showers as well with doors. And what we're gonna do for now is this cell might have a larger cell block than everything else, because I said something about we're gonna try and keep it to maybe 8, but it looks like it might be 16 and over, which might be a little bit difficult for these guys to search, but at least we'll get it done. So let's go ahead. Add some doors. I think I'm gonna go with the whole double door thing ever since we got the canteen. So there we go, double doors. Gonna dismantle that light, and that's gonna be good. So day 103, we're still waiting on the virus outbreak to dissipate. We're now down to the last 2 prisoners, and I think the last 2 prisoners have already been treated. I think, because it's only been going down, so I'm assuming they've been treated. Let's check out our valuation at $1 million, and we own only 90% of the prison, and we don't have the money to buy back the share that we sold to pay off our bank loan. And I think our bank loan is now at 0. Because our credit rating can't go up nor down, which is fine, but at the same time we can't get money in the event that we need money. And our intake, of course, we've reduced it so that only maximum security won't be receiving. Medium security is about half, and then minimum security is going to get a little bit more. That way, we clear out this holding cell because we don't really have much use for it. And we are also planning on building this entire area into minimum security once we get this patch of land kind of sorted out. I'm thinking of buying the next plot over. That way we can actually build the same size prison as this. And then we're going to probably do the same up here as well. Or probably off to the side and on the bottom as well, just so we can fit in more prisoners. But in the last 2 or 3 days, if we can go to here, I realized the other day I saw this, and I didn't notice it until I replayed all the video from yesterday, which is now the 21st today. And this update was on the 20th. And I did check out the video. I'm not gonna show it just in case there are some copyright trolls out there. But what essentially this is if you've already read it or if you've played it, it's pretty much security staff now have needs. Meaning, if we go to our needs tab here, you can see that our prisoners have needs. So what in the beta version that they're implementing right now is that there's going to be staff needs for guards, which would be kind of interesting. It won't be as extensive as this as I've seen, but it's like half the list, and it's basically like to keep like the guards from doing stuff, which is kind of interesting considering that most of the stuff they're adding in is mostly involving like the guards being a little bit underpowered to the point where like you have to manage them. So like they have to eat, they have to take breaks, they have to like do certain things, but it won't be as intense as the prisoners, which I think is a good idea, considering that like I don't really give a shit about these guys. I just like place them everywhere and then hopefully that they do what they're assigned to do. And which in some instances they don't really do anything, which kind of sucks. Alright, so 104, nothing really planned except that we should really start expanding this canteen, since this canteen is kind of cramped. However, let's check our needs here. Let's see what each prison block really needs. So minimum, they're doing alright. Food, not so much. Normal, they might need some family time, so I might have to give them like a couple phone booths. And we just might have to do that. I'm going to go ahead and give them 2 phone booths that I scrapped off of maximum security, or from that staff only area, because I wanted to add cameras in the common room. I don't think we need any cameras anywhere else. No, we're good. Okay, so maximum security. Looks like they need a little bit of freedom, and that is because I'm not assigning them free time. I could do it. I could give them the free time. Yeah. I'll give them like free time on both ends like this. So like if they're not locked up, they've got some free time. Alright, day 104. As I said, looks like we're getting some new intake. We got 6 prisoners on parole, 1 soon to be released, so we're gonna get a nice little cash injection pretty shortly here. Looks like we're getting a couple minimum security guys, while minimum security guys are getting released, which is good. And it sounds like someone just got into a fight, and someone just got tased. I don't know where that tasing came from, but hopefully they solve that problem. Maximum security, they're getting their visitation in, which is good. The solitary cell, of course, is being housed by our most dangerous of criminals. I think his name is Ian Stevenson, if we get a guard to visit. It would be kind of nice for this game if there was like a search function, just so I can see all the prisoners in a search function, so that I can actually see like crimes committed and offenses and stuff like that. That way, like I know exactly who to bump up and who to bump down, rather than having like a screen that just tells me like how many prisoners I have. Like, as much as I like this is kind of nice to keep count, but like I would like a search function to see like who's done like the most crimes, who's in for the longest sentence and stuff like that. Otherwise, like, that screen is more or less used for counting more than anything else. Let's check our current informants. We have 3 guys who have 100% coverage of the entire prison. There's our legendary, who's stuck in permanent solitary. We have a couple of snitches in law enforcement. Yes, now we can actually use our protective custody. There we go. Protective custody. Snitch to protective custody. Law enforcement to protective custody. This guy doesn't belong in protective, he belongs in minimum. He's good. So those two are going into protective custody, just to prevent people from getting stabbed and such. Let's see. Who else do I have to throw in there? Looks like everyone is okay. We have one unknown dude here. We could probably pull up some information later tonight. I think tonight we're gonna pull all the 100% guys in and just see like what kind of shit that they're gonna get into. So all the two new protective custody guys are gonna come in here, which means they're gonna need solitary for themselves. So solitary is gonna pretty much be like right here. Whoops. There you go. Solitary. Is it enclosed? It should be enclosed. What's going on here? What the hell? It is enclosed. That's a solitary door, so there we go. Okay, there we go. Yeah. Took a while for it to detect, but we got our solitary. That should be enough to service this. And then of course we have like shared solitary everywhere else, so we should be more or less good. These guys might need a shared classroom. I'm gonna give them a shared classroom. I think that's the only logical classroom that they can be placed in. You could also put a door here that leads out of this cell and then have... Wait, not there. Maybe like right here, maybe? That way we could have like a shared classroom here. And then we have like a common or shared corridor, which would work. But I don't think like having like a bunch of classrooms everywhere will be helpful. We could always turn this classroom into a shop, which would be kind of nice. That way we can sell goods and stuff. And it'll be kind of like a three-way shop. If it's really big, we could sell to the chapel, and as they walk out of the chapel, they have like another shop front here, another shop front in the yard. And I recently found out from the video that they released on the 20th, and based on the developers, if I can go to my, I think it was deployment. So I found out what access only is. So it pretty much makes any pathfinding for any guard to want to avoid certain areas. So like what we could do is once this comes up, we could have this be access only or no access. Is it access only or no access? Access only. Okay, so we could probably make that we could make that access only then. So we got one in. There we go. That's no access. And can we set that as no access? Or access only. There we go. So if they have to go through here. But this shouldn't be a problem. Okay, let's go ahead, check our deployment. And we still have this huge jail cell. Or this jail cell block. I'm thinking of maybe adding a door here and a door here. And maybe a door like right here? Maybe? Just so like this can be part of this cell block. This is going to be like a larger cell block. And that should be good. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Let's get that started. We're gonna go with some heavy-duty jail doors here. What we could do is... Oh, what I could do is I could probably set one up here. Actually no, we're good. We're good because there's doors on either side, so these are their own cell blocks once they're built. Alright, I'm okay with that. So we're just gonna go ahead and add some walls and get some door controls going. Door controls and door controls there. He's making some good money considering that, like, he's got nothing else to do. What's going on in here? Oh, they're getting escorted somewhere. What the hell? No, no. No. Bad idea. No. No way in hell you guys are doing that. You guys are not sharing cells. You are definitely not sharing cells. You guys can share holding cells, but you can't share anything else. Oh my god. Mistakes have been made. Mistakes have been made. Oh my god. They're already moving in. Let's just check our scheduling again. Because I kind of want to make sure all our parole rooms are taken up. So all our parole staff only. What? Oh yeah, these are the parole rooms that they're talking about. So these are staff only, but I think right now we could probably set this as protected. That way our protected guys can actually get the hell out of here without walking too far. Oh, what's going on? Prisoner has been seriously wounded in the workshop incident and can't be moved. Send a doctor quickly. Oh shit. Okay, so there's another event that we gotta send a doctor to for medical assistance. Someone needs treatment. I don't know who's injured though. That's the scary part. Oh, it's this guy. Okay. He is definitely bleeding out. Because that's a lot of blood. Holy shit. What did he do? Did he like stamp his... Did he like stamp his like hand or something and he just started bleeding profusely? Like, what's going on? Okay, it might have been a bad idea to send like the tired doctor over because he's taking forever to get here. Come on. Come on. Almost there. Alright, here you go. Here you go. Treatment is on its way, buddy. That is a whole lot of blood. Alright. Doing pretty good. We've had a couple violent incidences, but tasers have been administered, which means that our taser rollout is finally coming into effect. That is actually working, which is freaking incredible. Like, I am happy that that's actually working. Now let's check up on protective custody. Right now we only have one person in protective custody. It looks like Adam Boyd's, who's an ex-law enforcement. He's been in the prison for 6 days. He hasn't done anything wrong. He's got a chance for parole right now. He's been convicted for money laundering for 12 years. And he's being treated pretty well considering the fact that like this is like the most like amazing like cell block ever. Like, I've pretty much built this to the point where like these guys don't have to go anywhere. They just stick in this one little area and that's it. Let's add a staff door. No, just add a door right here just in case. So we have $75,000. I just realized we made a good substantial amount of money. So now we got this for $67,000, which means we can now build a new section of the prison. And I think I'm going to start by actually fencing this entire thing off. So let's get down to it. We'll go to our materials here. And let's just go ahead and fence this entire facility off. And we'll start planning next episode. Because I think we've done enough for now, to the extent that it is substantial. Like I'm pretty happy with what we've accomplished. That we've now got everything kind of like squared away to the point where everyone's kind of nicely in their own little groups. I can search them easily if I have to. I can do like a shakedown of the prison without more or less any disruptions. Oh. Looks like we have more infected people. It's kind of hard to control the infected, but I think I'll try and work on treating these guys before we start moving them anywhere. But we'll end it off here for now. Thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter. And I'll see you guys next time.